Annie, you know, I don't know.
What kind of greeting is that?
I don't know.
She's laughing.
Of course, I laugh.
Yes.
I mean, the justification she's giving for her loss.
What justification? She asked me questions and I'm answering.
She ranted down, shifting blame from the government that she's a part of to the poor party. This is a party that went for elections, executives who were chosen no less than 2-3 years ago. Akuffo, including she herself, have been in office since 2017. What could these poor party agents, party executives do to salvage a dead situation? We're talking about a government that for 8 years, not on 4, on 8, because Akuffo has been in government as president for 8 years, sworn in 2 terms. A government that campaigned on pledges. I pledge to you that when I come, every constituency will have a factory. Every district will have a factory. I pledge to you that when I come, I will do your roads. I pledge to you that when I come, unemployment will be a thing of the past. I pledge to you that when I come, this economy that is exchanging $1 for 3.9 and used to exchange for 1.1, I will make it better. I pledge to you. And none of those pledges materialize. If you come to my region, Central Region, we do not have 22. We have 22 districts, even referencing metropolitan municipal as districts.
Yeah.
We have 22. Now, do we have 22 factories? We don't. From the top of my head, if I can recall, I think they just did about 7, of which about 5 of them are struggling. The other 2
built from scratch or PPP?
Built from scratch, but 5 of them are struggling. 5 of them couldn't even take off. I don't want to go into reasons why they couldn't take off, because that's for another conversation. Then you came and promised us that you're going to give us roads. Our major highway that connects Kaswa to Commander to Sekendi. Look at the state it's in. From Kaswa to Winneba. You say you are constructing it. You told us that you finish the road in 8 months. It's close to a year, if not more. And every day all we see you doing is packing and watering the soil. Where's the roads? Our major roads connecting major cities in the region are in dilapidated form. Some of them are just unmotorable, especially when it rains. And for a region that is predominantly agrarian in the hinterlands, road infrastructure is of utmost importance to why we choose government. When Bawumia was campaigning, and yes, I must give some credit to Dr. Bawumia for the effort he put in, roaming all over the place, trying to salvage a dead situation. There was no magic wand that was going to save the NPP's defeat. The NPP's defeat started in 2020, even prior to the election. That was when we saw the drop from their 900,000 margin to almost 500,000. It got worse in 2021, because by that time, the general mood of the economy was taking a downturn, whether from external factors or from whatever factors. The fact of the matter remains that we wouldn't have suffered such hefty blows if our fundamentals were strong. And that is a given. As much as you want us to blame COVID and we should blame Russia, Ukraine, the question is, what did you do in-house as a country to offer buffers to the economy? And we had done so many things, cosmetic solutions to problems that we really have to address. And we always have to, there's this thing that they say, by 2022, everybody knew that things were in a bad state for Bawumia and Akuffo. And in fact, for those of us who are calling for the sack of Ofori, he was just a sacrificial lamb. against the worst decadence that this country has ever experienced under any government. Look at the unbridled corruption. Look at the greed. Sometimes I used to sit back and I watch.
Atta was a sacrificial lamb.
Yes.
How do you say
because
that?
If, in actual fact, he had to be offered to be taken out to save Akuffo himself. But Akuffo was the person who was given the mandate.
No, but those who were, in the party, knowing the nooks and crannies of everything that happens in the party, they were well informed that Ofori Atta was the one making major decisions. Where we sat here and discussed how Ghana had gone for loans and his company was benefiting from the loans. And you won't listen to anyone. You won't pay. Yes.
I agree to that argument. But the mandate of the people was given to only one man, Akuffo. And it was Akuffo who gave that responsibility to Ofori Atta. So whatever decisions Ofori Atta took, he took those decisions on behalf of Akuffo. If Akuffo had not given permission to Ofori Atta to the things he was doing, there's no Ofori Atta could have taken those decisions. Ofori Atta on his own cannot go to the Eurobond market to go and borrow without cabinet approval, without the supreme authority of the president himself. Because at the end of the day, he's the one we are going to hold accountable for his government. When we're talking about administrations, we don't go and talk about Akuffo and his finance minister. We talk about Akuffo and Bawumia administration, the president and the vice. So if you give people unfettered powers, uncontrollably as a government, to do whatever it is that they choose to do, anyway, it is you.
But why is Gabi crying?
When he came to Central Region, in Autu Senya East and Autu Senya West, they will send out a text message, even to those of us who will not vote for them, that he's coming to a certain location, so we should all meet up there.
I think it was a bulk message delivery.
Yes,
because I even
to everybody in the constituency when he's coming there. But when you saw the number of buses that were conveying people, you realize that there was some optics that was being played to create an impression that they had the numbers. And there's something about political activism in an election year when your government has not delivered. You see, the activism, sometimes I think that there has to be some energy or some spirit that moves us to do the kind of things that we do sometimes. For the campaign, because of the adrenaline and the excitement and the fact that you are part of a collective something, you feel very drawn and driven and full of energy to participate. But the real challenge comes when on D-Day, you have to vote. Because whatever bad governance that the NPP has subjected us to for over the last 8 years, it didn't choose between CPP membership, PNC membership, GU membership, NDC, NPP. Everybody suffered equally. So when you sit back away from the political excitement, you have to take a decision on whose governance amongst the lot offers you a better future. You will not vote for your own candidate. So for them, that is why apathy was so high for them this election. Because the people will rather choose to stay home than to come and vote for what they know is not right. And you see, prior to the election, if not, I can say that for the last 2 years, many of the NPP people that I met, sometimes I don't even know them, but because of this job that we do, they will see you and then they will stop their cars and then start engaging in conversation. They will go like, hey, but I want this government out. I want everybody out. Akuffo, Ofori Atta, Bawumia, everybody should go back. And then let us take our party and reform our party. So you could see that even within their own ranks, their own supporters were not happy with them.
In fact, if you check the exit polls brought out by Musa Dankwa, it's clear that the support base, about a number of percentage shifted to the MPP, those who voted actually, not those who stayed at home, but those who voted. Some MPP members
they voted for NDC.
Voted NDC.
Yes, because you are stuck with the choice. It's either you are going to, you should take a decision. Either you are abstaining, but when you get to the polls, the choice is clear to you that the people you belong with have not served your interest, but you want a better life, not just for yourself, but for the country. And so definitely you will vote skirt and blouse or give your vote to someone else. And for any party, any incumbent party in government, your biggest challenge is not the opposition who's fighting you. Your biggest challenge is the apathy within your own ranks. Because they are the same people who have to go and work the grounds for you. Now, if they are disenchanted, they themselves are not convinced that you are the person to be brought back, how can they go and convince anybody? What are they going to say? So they go on the grounds to start talking, and you see that they've turned the whole campaign messages into unnecessary stuff. So it was evident from way back that the NPP was a goner. But I think that the result of the polls also has shown one thing. In 2016, the NDC took a whipping to silence it for everybody to see what the NPP will do. We've seen the result. In 2024, the NPP has taken a whipping and now giving the stage to NDC to also show what it can do. I think that it's important that we learn the lessons that befell the NPP in 2017 to 2024 and try not to repeat those same mistakes.